All right, this is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in Taurus. Keep in mind this is just going to be a general reading, so this may not resonate for all of you, but if it does, feel free to hit that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment of your experience for the group. Could have a positive impact on someone who might be watching, who might find some valuable insight, in what you might be experiencing, and that's found in your story. Now, I do want to make a couple of statements regarding the energy and the planetary activity that's going on, how it's affecting us here on Earth and all human beings. Is basically, there's 4 planets that are really tugging at us right now, and it's Pluto and Venus. We're talking about Pluto. We're talking depth, going deep, going into the abyss, the dark unknown, right? And then we're talking about Venus. So Venus is the energy of the feminine, right? So whether we're in our progressive or regressive state of feminine energy really kind of determines how Mars is acting, and how much of Mars energy, whether it's in the progressive or the regressive state in polarity, is going to kind of cause, for every action there's a reaction, right? So this is cause and effect. And right now, there is a significant amount of Mars is, intense. So, with this past week's blood moon eclipse, and how Mars is affecting us. Some of us are in the progressive state, wanting to get things done, wanting to, get rid of, old things that don't, allow us to go forward. And some of us are in our regressive state that holds resentment. A lot of us are trying to figure out why. Some of us are even trying to retaliate. That retaliative, challenging, competitive energy was very, very strong. What that is doing to the feminine aspects, which Taurus, you're ruled by Venus. The same thing as Libra. And so that intensity of Pluto, with, in relation to Venus, in response to the intense energies, especially specifically with Mercury as well, in the line of communication. Okay, so one of the things that I kind of want to point out is, the need for us to basically get a little bit more skilled, in our sword space. Just because whenever the energy is so intense like that, and whenever the Earth has a little bit more dominance in the intense regressive masculine, okay? We really need to get out of our emotion and our heart, chakra, and go up into our crown, our third eye. We really need to focus on our ability to communicate effectively, and also to listen, and not just for purposes of getting our rebuttal in, or getting our point across, because we all want to validate ourselves and prove that we're right in a specific situation, especially when we're hurt, right? But it's important to understand the reasons why certain individuals would behave, speak the way they do, why they, how they move. It's really important to kind of study nonverbal communication as well. So not only are you listening to understand, right, which is kind of it's a learned skill. It means that you have to not be so emotional about the way that a person is saying something, but rather than understanding what is not being said, or what the space in between the words, right? So just really honing in and also understanding, the severe impacts that childhood trauma, I'm going to talk about this for a minute, has on all of us, because especially with Venetians, right, Taurus specifically, and Libras, we kind of like, sometimes we tend to, especially as women, and this happens to both men and women, but more predominantly in women, since we're highly sensitive to negative emotion. Sometimes it can cloud our judgment a little bit, and we will miss red flags because of it. We'll miss signs. We want to internalize things. We'll start to go inside and say, this, somehow I must deserve this. This keeps happening. And then when you notice a pattern, you kind of close off, kind of block your heart area, and those blockages cause real damage in our ability to make wise decisions, and also recognize red flags, and also not to take things that other people do personally, even though they might have an impact on our physical, mental, spiritual, emotional health. It is important that we kind of remain grounded, okay? Don't internalize everything. Everything is not always about us. It doesn't matter what the other person is saying. Keep in mind that childhood trauma, really, really dictates how a person interacts with the world. And when you start to move into your headspace and you start educating yourself about these various traumas and how they can manifest in both men and women, gaining that clarity and gaining that level of understanding really helps us to find compassion, right? And through compassion, we are able to not internalize everything, right? We're able to, see someone's abusive behavior as, or destructive behavior as something that, they learned how to, how they learned how to behave whenever they feel threatened for whatever reason, due to, something going on, like some kind of distortion happening during their early stages of development. Okay, now, having said that, all this stuff that I'm talking about, all the stuff that I'm telling you about right now, it all happens in the unconscious mind. So keep that in mind as well. Sometimes, having discernment, having good judgment also means knowing when it is appropriate to bring these behaviors up to the individual who might be, displaying some destructive behavior. And women, if we're not balanced, right, in the emotional, right, so if we're not balanced emotionally, and we don't have the ability to, really take control of our emotions and actually command our feelings in a way that allows us to really kind of, just send that energy up to the, the mental space, the sword, where logic and reason and intellect, right? So this is definitely going to be, it's not something that is easy. It's not something that you can just, at the snap of a finger, be able to master, okay? But I'd like to encourage all of you, every one of you, to, find ways, be curious, find out what, do some research about childhood trauma and human behavior. Do some research about yourself. Find out, what kind of childhood traumas, might you have been exposed to that possibly, makes you attracted to individuals that, have these kinds of destructive patterns. Because another thing that a lot of people don't realize is, and this is, in psychology, like, Freudian, Carl Jung, we have a tendency to be attracted, right, to people who express characteristics of our caretakers or, our parents. And whether that's toxic or not, it's kind of weird. We do this unconsciously. So it's important to identify, right, what characteristics you don't like about, from the past. And this is all coming from the past, because what I'm picking up, like, on these energies, especially with Venus, there's a lot of confusion, y'all, with a lot of this, the feminine is just, like, extremely confused. They don't know why this keeps happening, and they lack the sword energy to be able to, really point it out. And one of the challenges that we face as women, like, is, can we move into the logical space, and can we observe, throughout all of our relationships, areas where we can kind of see a pattern, like, what do all these, destructive relationships from the past have in common? And what kind of traits did they have, right? And that kind of helps us unpack, right? In comparison to maybe what we experienced as a kid, that will allow us to really, really do the inner work and say, oh, I grew up, my in a household where there was an absent father or an absent mother or emotionally unavailable mother, or, both parents were not available. You were raised by your grandparents or what have you. And then you can start to really do, the deep, the inner healing, which is understanding that we are all flawed. And unless we really, with serenity, right, accept that fact, what happens is you attract other people who are also conscious of that, right? Because you're shifting from victim type of, it's a regressive feminine energy, right? The damsel in distress, always blaming it on everyone else rather than going inside and changing your energy. And I know it's easier said than done, because our physical bodies actually store those memories, whether we're conscious of it or not. So it's real important, you guys, that you guys go into the logical space, even though it's hard with Venus, the way that Venus likes to respond to the regressive energy that Mars is kind of blanketing the earth with. Okay, so that being said, let's go ahead and get into your reading. This is going to be a general reading, like I said, for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in Taurus. We're going to take a look at your past energy, the present energy that's currently surrounding you, and the immediate future. We're going to also take a look at your shadow position. We're going to take a look at what your challenge and what you don't see coming, and pull some advice and see if we can get some insight as to what we can do to kind of live out our highest purpose. All right, so we have Lovers. Okay, you could be dealing with a Gemini. Okay, so Lovers is all about choices. So perhaps you are being presented with an opportunity, and you're having to choose. Maybe this is an opportunity regarding your relationship, and maybe a relationship that you have had in the recent past with an individual for a very, very long time. But it looks like, so there's a lot of fear here. There's a lot of trust issues, okay, regarding this particular individual who you might have known for quite some time. Perhaps, it might be that, you put your trust, it's like a feeling of, every time I put my trust in something, especially like when you invest, especially Taurus likes to invest for a long time. They're the long-term, right, investors. you know, it's like you're holding on to that. And it creates kind of like a, okay, yeah. Right. So on one hand, we have the Ace of Wands, which is a passion, right? A passionate new beginning, or an opportunity to create something totally brand new from these energies here. Okay, so far I'm liking where this is going so far. Okay, there you are, Taurus. So we have the Hierophant showing up, and it's coming underneath the Lovers. So you guys want commitment. You guys want marriage, family, you know, stability. You guys want, this is about contracts, okay? This is about integrity. This is about someone, you know, saying what they mean and meaning what they say, having their words match their actions. And it looks like, yeah, because you might have given that, you know, Four of Coin here, you might have given that trust away to someone who has caused you some pain and suffering. And the Eight of Swords is all about creating a mental prison where we're basically enslaving ourselves. You have an opening, you can get out of there. You know, it's just a matter of, you know, it's again with the sword energy. There's something possibly that, you know, you can do to kind of train yourself, like, and through that, again, this is why I mentioned, you know, gaining knowledge about trauma and how, you know, how that affects people's behavior and how they, you know, might take a path that's more toward the destructive, you know, direction, or if it's, you know, more of the nurturing and supportive and constructive, right? So right now you guys have a lot of fear, you guys have a lot of doubt, you guys are like, there's a lot of anxiety. When it comes to relationships in general, and it looks like there's been an opportunity here that's presenting itself, and it's kind of, I don't know, it's causing you guys to not trust it, okay? Basically, yeah, like you're scared to take a leap of faith forward regarding this this new, yeah. So we have Gemini, Taurus, we have Aquarius, Sagittarius, we have Ace of Wands is fire, it's passion, okay? So in the in the immediate future, okay, Ten of Cups, yeah, that's a little, okay, Justice, okay, so this is Libra energy, wow, okay, so we have a King of Wand here, all right, so that explains this passionate new beginning. That wand is his, that belongs to that king there, okay. Justice here, something to do with court, yeah, okay, so your challenge is the Knight of Sword, yeah. Going back to what I just said in the beginning, why this is your challenge, okay? Knight of Sword is all about, you know, taking action on what you know to be true. This is sword energy. This is energy of the mind, the mental energy space, okay? So, and then what we don't see coming here at the bottom, okay, we have two knights here. All right, so you're one, okay. Okay, and at the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Cups. Taurus. Right now, you guys are like kind of in an energy of, you know, this Nine of Cups, he's like, I'm fine by myself, you know, I'm already whole, you know, I don't need to, you know, risk giving one extra, you know, taking one other cup on to experience this kind of, you know, joy and happiness. I'm already whole. I'm already fulfilled. On the low vibration, okay, of the Nine of Cups, this is someone who drinks a lot. This is someone who's self-indulgent, right? Who doesn't really care about the consequences. It's kind of greedy, okay? Kind of selfish, okay? This is kind of a selfish energy. Now, with this Knight of Cups being what you don't see coming, And with the challenge being the Knight of Swords, this is telling me that this passionate new beginning, right? You're going to really, really want to take your time. Ace of Wands and the King of Wands, in reference to this Fool here, and the Fool is brand new, starting fresh, right? It's fast. Okay, this guy, this King of Wands, he goes after his passions and desires. Okay, so whether this is a sexually charged like, you know, the attraction, the magnetism is so strong, you know what I mean? Like it kind of makes this king want to take action, right? But you want to know, but the reason why you're scared, okay, right? You're afraid of getting hurt. You're afraid of it being something that you're going to regret, and, you know, setting yourself up for failure, and then having this perpetual, you know, repeated cycle of, oh, why does everybody keep doing that? It's really not everybody. Okay, so because we all have, you know, control of our own destinies. Never ever. And the reason why I'm saying it like this, okay, Taurus, in matters of love, right? So we have the Lovers, we have the Hierophant, which is commitment and marriage, matrimony, higher authority. This is a spiritual card as well. And then we have Ten of Cups, when you're already whole, right? So it makes sense why you would be, your spidey senses, okay. Always trust your intuition, okay? If your spidey senses are putting you in a position of like, I don't know, you know, I don't know if this is balanced, okay? So it's like High Priestess, no, this is Justice, I'm sorry. The Justice is all about swords. So on one side she has the sword, and the other side she has the scales. So this is about knowing, right, whether or not this is going to be an opportunity that's going to be a fair one, right? If you're going to be treated justly. And here's what I'm going to tell you right now. This is a test. This King of Wands here that's showing up in your in the recent past, that's presented this passionate new beginning for you, that's kind of got you in this state of, I don't know if I can trust, right? I don't know if I can give, you know, any cups to add on to, right, to someone else's. And I'm here to tell you that unless you are wise enough and you have the discernment and you have your own self-preserved, your self-worth is intact. In other words, no matter how attracted you may be toward you know, another individual, okay, part of knowing your worth is being able to kind of is waiting, right? Taking the time to get to know a person. And that's usually going to be displayed, like the Knight of Pentacles is really what you want, because Taurus, you guys are the King and Queen of Pentacles. And so far I don't see any of those on the board. And the fact that you're getting this energy of, yeah, should I trust? I don't trust, you know. I don't want to give myself, I don't want to open myself up just so that I can get hurt again. I'm here to tell you that's exactly what this individual is going to try to do, okay? But pay attention, okay? So this is where you really have to get out of your heart space, your emotional space, and really study this king's behavior, okay? Start opening dialogue, you know, see how he's able to articulate. Is he emotionally balanced? Is he physically balanced? Can he control his physical desires? Does he have the capacity to articulate and communicate with you in a discussion rather than arguing if, you know, you happen to have like a different opinion? Take the time to really assess these major issues, okay? Does this person have integrity? Does this person, you know, does his actions or her actions match her words? You know, how balanced are they? How balanced are they in being able to control their emotions? Okay, how worthy are they of their word? Like, you know, because Ten of Cups, I'm gonna be honest. Ten of Cups is an energy of, yeah, it's happiness, it's joy, it's fulfillment, it's love. But let me tell you about the low vibration of this King of Wands. This King of Wands, in his high vibration, he's magnetic, he's attractive, he's poetic, he's charismatic, he's gorgeous, he looks good, smells good. God, he's got like this, you know, this sex appeal to him. Okay. And it's very, very easy to confuse with something that is real, something that is, you know, sincere, right? In his low vibration, this king, he can be inauthentic. He can be fake. He could be wearing a mask. He likes to dominate and control. He's got control issues. Whether I don't know, he could be dealing with fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, another Taurus, Gemini. Could also be dealing with an Aquarius here, Scorpio. But here's the thing: in order for you to truly get out, okay, this is important. In order to get out of this Eight of Sword energy, there's something that you need to acquire, okay, in the realm of swords. Because Knight of Swords is your challenge. Something, you know, maybe you need to study a little bit about how a person moves and knowing how to detect nonverbal behaviors, right? Or nonverbal, okay, and really the only way you're going to do that is to allow enough time. Like, don't get so, oh God, goo goo gaga, and then you rush into some type of physical encounter, right? Thinking that that's intimacy. That's not the same thing as intimacy. And in fact, someone like this King of Wands might even lose respect. I'm going to just tell you like that. So no matter how pressured you might feel, or you know, how strong the urge is, right, to satisfy your own, you know, your carnal desires, Taurus, you have a, you know, you have a tendency to mistake that, okay, for someone here that you think is going to bring you a lot of joy and a lot of happiness, a lot of love, and a lot of affection. This is 10. This is the complete, you know. But here's the lie about the 10 of Cups. If you are expecting that to come from something outside of yourself, okay, that's a fairy tale. I'm just going to say it like, yeah, this is happily ever after, right? With someone, with a family, and, you know, that is not reality. Reality is the you know, what you really, really want, what you truly want in a stable marriage or commitment and love, and one that is balanced and just, is Two of Cups, right? Two of Cups means I pour into your cup and you pour into my cup. And whatever hang-ups that we, you know, come across along the way, we are going to have discussions about that. We're going to both listen to each other's needs, and we're going to work together on figuring out, okay, we're going to reflect back to ourselves. What can I do to be a supportive, you know what I mean? Like knowing when to take the lead and when to submit, knowing when to, you know, put your foot down, how to, you know, recognize when somebody is violating some very important boundaries based on your values. You know, that's another thing. Make sure your values are in alignment with each other. And there's no way you can determine that, right? If you know, fire energy is fast, Okay, I'm just gonna say it like that. And so is this Knight of Swords. So you guys are gonna have to think fast. Okay, go into your logic in the mental space, knowing what's righteous, knowing what you want, being clear, so that you can identify whether or not this Knight of Cups, this is a love offer. Okay, this is a proposed marriage. Okay, this is it's in what you don't see coming. All right, but it's very, very important that you get clear on judgment. Okay, that your judgment is sound. And how do we do that? By taking our time. We don't rush. We don't just hurry up and sleep with this individual and then think, oh, but what happened? No. Right now you guys are doing great in this Nine of Cups energy. Yeah, let me know, guys, in the comments if this is resonating with you guys or not. If this is, this person that's presenting themselves to you, it's really tempting. Okay, so that Ace of Wands, y'all, it's tempting. Oh, it makes us want to take a leap of faith. But if you're, okay. So I wanted to go ahead and clarify. I want to clarify this Knight of, okay, already, see, I'm already picking up energy of, this is Seven of Swords. This is someone who cheats, somebody who does not have your best intentions with this opportunity that seems to be presenting itself, okay? This person might be someone who presents themselves as commitment material, someone who wants to take their time. Okay, be careful. Watch how this person responds when you inform them, right? When you, Knight of Sword, tell them that you want to take your time, okay? And at the bottom of the deck, yeah, okay. So this is someone who is overwhelmed with emotion and does not really know how to articulate and how to communicate how they feel. So this is someone not being able to really express their true emotions, okay? So they might come across as, they might have a lot of love for you, but they might not show it. King of Cups is, he does have love, but he holds on to that cup, okay, for some reason or whatever. This Hierophant here, when it comes to commitment, okay, regarding this person, Spirit, please clarify, please and thank you. Okay, it looks like, yeah, heavy burdens. Looks like you've in the past, right, where you have put your faith and trust in certain people, it's always been a burden to you. I get the energy of, and I hate to say it like this, but neediness, right? This person is not going to, like, if you're ever in like a needy type of energy, right, I don't see that this person is going to give a damn. I'm just going to be honest. They see that you're still holding on to, that you're not completely healed, which is like a beacon to these guys. Okay, they kind of take advantage, right, of the people who might be weak or vulnerable. So this Knight of Sword, that's in your, okay, it makes sense. Yeah. Okay, so that's 2 10s here, guys. When it comes to love and commitment, not only has it bared a lot of burden and weight, and it's just heavy energy, but it's usually resulted in that commitment being over, okay? And then here you are, wow, Empress. Yeah, that's Taurus, Libra. Okay, so I'm picturing, because in this deck, this Empress is pregnant. She's sitting down, and everything around her is lush and fruitful. She's very nurturing, very giving, very generous, very, but in her low vibration, she can be really, 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 really fucking needy and whiny. She sits on her ass. She doesn't do shit. She expects someone else to pour into her, like, you know what I mean? Like, she's not responsible for her happiness. Her dude is. She's not responsible for her self-care. Her dude is. She's not responsible for, but that's in the low vibration. And these two tens here, these are the worst tens, okay? 10 of Wands and 10 of Swords can put this Empress into that state of neediness. Like, you have to make me happy. You have to bring me fulfillment. And that's not how, the real world does not work that way. And it looks like you guys are, you guys might be a little bit confused. I see confusion. Sometimes the Seven of Cups could be read as having a lot of options. Okay, you probably do. But whenever I see the Knight of Sword in your challenge position, okay, so so trying to defend, okay, and then we have the Princess of Cups. Princess of Cups, okay, Hierophant showing up again. Wow, Emperor, ugh. Okay. Basically, I want to, okay, let's just, let me just clarify. Show me the Eight of Swords. Okay, what's going on with this Eight of Swords? Why is Eight of Swords here, Spirit? Please, thank you. Eight of Swords. Why is Eight of Swords here? Clearly, I mean, it's already kind of clear. I mean, I'm looking at the 10 of Wands and the 10 of Swords. You guys have been, you guys have been burned a lot in the past, by third parties, where you've given all of your love just to find out that somebody was not being fair and was not being honest. Justice is here again, Libra energy. Yeah, this and this keeps on happening. Okay. And we have Two of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so that's passion. That's going on. It could either be going on two separate paths, or it could be trying to get a vision as to what path you want to take, and in this new cycle, this new opportunity, right? When I see the Seven of Sword and I see the Ace, there's two aces. So it's a passionate new beginning. This is kind of like a warning. Take it slow, as I said. Get out of your desire. Like, don't be so. I'm getting a desperate. Okay, I'm getting a desperate energy. Okay, because that's the kind of energy that this, when you have a lot of burden and you've been hurt a lot and you're having trust issues because you keep running into the same. It's like the same guy in a different body, right? And you don't realize that you're attracting this because you're not. How do I say this? Your body is holding that memory, like it's storing those painful memories. And unless you decide, hey, I'm Nine of Cups, I'm already whole. I know my worth. No, I'm not relying on someone else to give me my happiness, because you know what? I'm already happy, right? Until you're in that true state, truthfully, and until you're able to be prepared to give, any new person an opportunity that says, I have, this strong connection, and, it's like nothing like I've ever fought before, and blah, 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 and all this stuff, right? You're just setting yourself up if you move too quickly. The Knight of Pentacles is here. It showed up to tell you, no, do not give it up. I don't care what the hell this guy says. I don't care. hold your, you're the Empress. You, like, the Empress doesn't, in her high vibration, she knows her value. You know what I mean? Like, she's the highest card out of all the feminine, all the queens. She possesses all the, all of the energies and character and qualities of every single queen in the entire deck. She's already whole, right? So there's no need to expect so much from this king. This king cannot give you, I'm just going to let you know, I'm going to be straight up, brutally honest. This king cannot give you that. And by you expecting, if you envision love, right, to be where you don't have to do anything and the other person does everything, that should be a shadow that you might need to uncover. You might need to shed some light on that shadow. Okay, with regard to this leap of faith that you're thinking about taking, make sure that, see, twice justice is here twice. Okay, y'all, make sure you guys are balanced. Make sure you guys, make sure this guy has the right intentions. I don't think he has the right intentions. That Knight of Cups is false. Okay, I'm just gonna say I'm really picking up this person's energy. It is not. Yeah, it's not sincere. Okay, so you're gonna get a back and forth communications. This person's, you guys are both talking, right? And it's giving you a. Okay, I'm getting pillow talk, like. You guys are talking on the phone hours late at night, and you guys are just 10 of Cups twice. Okay, yeah, you might think, and to be kind of in this person's defense, this person might also think that they feel that way. Okay, but in reality, they're not sure. They're not sure also. So you guys are both sharing this uncertain. Okay, there it is. Okay, so Page of Sword is knowing the truth. What is the truth? Getting clarity, right? The Princess of Sword, she's all about wanting knowledge. She wants to gain light and information. She's also known as she's kind of known as the spy card in tarot, in the mental space. It's also in the low vibration, it's gossip. Okay, trusting what other people don't go low vibe. I see this as a good sign. If anything is not clear, and your spidey senses are telling you, man, I don't know if I should trust this, and you're feeling some kind of anxiety, you have a reason to, and therefore Spirit is telling you to slow it down. This is the slowest card in the whole entire deck. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the whole entire deck. I mean, in fact, his horse is not even moving. He's asleep. Okay. So get to know this person. Take the time to get to know this person and watch their behavior. Okay, when you tell them, I don't want to rush into anything. Okay, I want to make sure that this person is balanced. Go ahead, Justice. Yeah, okay. This is someone from the past. You could also be dealing with this Justice, okay? I don't know why I'm getting court, child support. This is probably you guys have a kid together, or maybe perhaps this new opportunity that's presenting itself might have been a person that has stuck you in the back, like several. This is someone who maybe you've forgiven over and over. And see, don't do that. You gotta stand your ground. Your firm boundaries means no. I believe in second chances, not third, fourth, fifth, sixth. No, if I tell you once and I forgive you and shit. No, after that it's enabling. They're gonna think that, oh, it's okay. You're just gonna keep taking them back. They can cheat on you. They can lie to you and get you in this distrustworthy, this low vibe, this neediness kind of energy. It can also be that they're juggling. Okay, they might be juggling like I'm getting like a baby mama or a baby daddy kind of energy. Perhaps they're obligated financially, okay, or legally. Like I'm thinking child support, because I'm seeing a mother and child. Legal. Why? Yeah, hermit, going inside to find clarity. Could also be dealing with Virgo. Page of sword. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, take your time with this individual, okay? At the bottom of the deck. All right. When it comes to this this King of Wands here, let's get clarity. Spirit, please. Thank you. Why is this King of Wands here, Spirit? Why is this King of Wands here? Can you tell me more? Tell me more about the King of Wands, please. Thank you. Okay, King of Wands. Yeah. Okay, so we have invested. We have something. This guy wants to grow something with you. It's like it's there. That inner. Okay, but he's in conflict with. I knew it. It's causing a conflict because there's another queen here. There's another queen. We have two queens. She's holding a pentacle. Okay, Queen of Pentacles. That's also you, Taurus. The fact that he's got, like, the Seven of Pentacles is all about, you know, planting seeds in hopes of the future. But it's conflicting because of a queen here. And see, she's holding that pentacle. And whenever I see this justice and this mother-daughter in the past, I'm seeing this might be an individual that, you know, might have a financial tie, or they have assets together or whatever. And that there's, what I'm seeing is there's problems in their relationship. Okay, I'm just going to say it like that. And it's affecting their passion, right? Maybe sexually they're having some kind of, you know, it's affecting them in the bedroom. And of course, what do a lot of human beings whenever they are frustrated and they need to find relief, you know, they go outside of the relationship and they try to invest in this, but it's Five of Wands. Okay, it's competition with this queen. And when I see two queens here, that explains the Two of Pentacles. This is a person that likes to juggle. Okay, you might have these kind of feelings, these Queen of, you know, Knight of Cup, Queen of Cup kind of feelings, okay? But this guy's about that wand, okay? That male appendage, that masculine, no, guys, be careful with this guy, okay? It looks like he's having problems with his, okay? Don't let him fool you. Don't let him. He's going to promise you this, what you don't see coming. I really want to clarify. I want to clarify this. This Knight of Cups here. Please, thank you, Spirit. Tell me more. Tell me more about this Knight of Cups. Tell me more. Tell me more about this Knight of Cups, Spirit. Please, thank you. Okay, here we go. Yeah, he wants your cooperation for sure. You know, he wants you to basically accept that this offer that he's presenting as a Knight of Cup, okay? But, okay, that is, wow, this keeps on coming out at the bottom. This is a double life type of shit, okay? So, yeah, basically make sure if you want cooperation, something that, like, you know, a cooperative energy, someone who's going to cooperate, someone who knows how to listen, and someone who cares about your feeling, and you vice versa. You're also going to be, you know, you're going to be contributive as well, right? Both of you guys are going to, like everyone works together kind of thing. It's also Three of Pentacles, okay? Some people will also see that as third party, but I see it as more of a cooperative energy, someone who's going to cooperate and give you the same level of commitment that you actually like are expecting. So it's important that you have requirements and a requisite program rather than having expectations. The difference between the two is being able to express having a criteria is something that you disclose in the beginning and then you build on that. Having expectation is when you give, and then they don't give back, and then you get salty about it. Make sure you're healed. Once you are healed, and I don't think you are, this is showing up in your current energy, Taurus, you're still in this mode, okay? So Spirit is strongly telling me that you know, in order to get out of this, you really need to really do some shadow work and maybe even like research, I don't know, pattern behavior, you know, human behavior patterns, a little bit of psychology, you know, it wouldn't hurt you. Something is telling me education. I'm getting education with this. Going inside yourself is learning about yourself, the Hermit. You know, keeping yourself preserved and knowing your worth. You know, really understand, like, and once you do that, right? Now I want to clarify this Knight. What's going on with this Knight, okay? Because, yeah, you need to be healed, okay? So that you can, instead of attracting this, I don't see the Ace of Cups here. So I'm not buying it. I'm sorry. I'm not, but there we are again. Lovers, you could be dealing with a Gemini. Lovers is all about making choices. Choice between either two people or a choice between having a divine healing connection, being compassionate, being understanding, because you understand that, you know, nothing's personal. Everybody behaves in ways that they learn to, you know, ways that they learn during childhood development. And so when you learn to not internalize it, it's like, hey, oh, it's not about me. Wow, I was taking it personal this whole time. Yeah, that's coming. Okay, yeah, this is someone who this is someone who takes a lot of, you know. So this Knight of Sword here is clarified, right? Okay, this is someone with a lot of options. Okay, clarifying the Knight of Swords. You have someone who always likes to have choices, likes to have options, and as soon as it's time to kind of like reciprocate and like actually make the full investment, this person leaves and goes in, like, this is headed toward calmer waters. This is like, I'm out of here. You know, he gets in this boat and he's got another option here. There's I don't know, looks like a woman, maybe a child here, takes off, you know, maybe with woman and child, another woman and child. Okay, and starting over. So, but what you don't see coming, okay, so this is the good news, right? Yeah. Okay, Temperance, yeah. Making a good judgment. Okay. I do see a lot of you overcoming y'all's challenge and taking things slow and knowing who you are and standing tall, and, you know, especially if you are thinking about giving another chance to maybe a person from your past. Just know that you are already whole. You don't need someone else's energy, and you don't need someone else's promise that they're going to give, you know, that they're going to give you this fairy tale. This is a fantasy, okay? You're already whole. Nine of Cups. When you know your worth and you understand how human behavior works and how trauma actually impacts all adults throughout all walks of life, you learn how to not take things personally. You learn how to be a little bit sharper, a little bit smarter, you know, and conduct yourself in a way that, you know, whenever a new opportunity presents itself, you're going to take your time. You're going to study them. You're going to make sure that they are capable, right? Because I I do not see Ace of Cups, and I don't see Two of Cups here. I see someone who wants to always have you as an option, someone who takes off, someone who's very in and out, someone who doesn't want to make solid, commitment because they've got some other prior obligations. And just know, hey, it's not your bad. Like, an Empress in her positive state, she doesn't take it personal. She's like, hey, I understand. You're just trying to, you're trying to heal, but you're going about it in a very, how do I say, unconscious way. Okay. So, really, really kind of get into your headspace, gain some knowledge, do some research, study human pattern behavior, study maybe some of the shadow aspects of yourself, figure out why you are attracted to types of individuals that seem to always put you in like heavy burden, worry. Okay, this is 10 of Swords, stabbed in the back. Yeah, like betrayal. Okay, get healed, take your time with these individuals, study, watch how they move, and you are worth being invested in. And if somebody doesn't want to invest time in you, Taurus, they're not the one. Okay, so I hope that is what I have for you, Taurus. I hope this helped. Leave a comment down below and let us know if this resonated. If not, definitely appreciate you guys tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks. Take care. Bye-bye.